Hello everyone, today I will be doing a plastic surgery analysis on the members of Oneus. I think plastic surgery is neither bad or good, as celebrities has immense pressure to look as good as they possibly can, which can be helped by plastic surgery. I think it will be a healthier environment if celebrities in general are more open and honest about plastic surgery and cosmetic procedures that they've done, or at least not lie about it, so the general public can see that beauty is attainable through plastic surgery. I know there's a stigma around plastic surgery all around the world, but people need to realize that it's pretty common among celebrities, as it's demanded by society that celebrities look perfect, so we shouldn't blame them if they resort to plastic surgery. I want this video series to be a form of discussion between people who are interested in the possible procedures celebrities had, and break the negative sentiment around plastic surgery. I assume that many celebrities, including K-pop idols, have done some sort of cosmetic procedures because their occupation demands them to look as good as they possibly can. I may be totally wrong about this assumption, as I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. A few disclaimers before we begin. I'm not a plastic surgeon, nor have I gotten plastic surgery, so my knowledge in this area is limited. These are just my speculations and not facts. I have no idea about the member's medical history, and these are just my speculations, so you can respectfully disagree. This post is not meant to send hate to the members, as they are probably pressured by the industry to look as good as they possibly can. With that out of the way, let's get started. Starting with Raven. There's a lot of pretty big content of Raven out there. He has always been very handsome and have always looked to be a big flirt during his pre-debut days. I think the most obvious change to his face are his eyes. His eyes open wider vertically now. This was likely due to ptosis repair. His eyes have always been horizontally large. I also see a slight change to his nose. His nose seems to be more projected and has more definition now, but this can be just due to makeup, as his nose didn't seem to change too much. In conclusion, I think Raven got ptosis repair and subtle rhinoplasty. He has always been good looking, and the possible procedures enhance his beauty in the best way possible. He is such a great songwriter. I love his facial expressions when he's performing. I think he has the ability to seduce anyone he wants. Moving on to Soho. There's a lot of pre-debut photos of Soho from his high school yearbook. He has always had such a big, adorable smile. His face doesn't seem to change too much. The changes we see are mostly due to makeup and hairstyle. I do think his nose changed slightly. His nose tip used to be more full, but now his nose tip is more slender. He likely got his nose tip shaved down slightly, so his nose looks to have more definition on the front view. Other than that, I don't see any other changes to his face. In conclusion, I think Soho got a rhinoplasty. I think Soho is such a strong vocalist. People need to appreciate his vocal abilities more. I was so shocked to find out that Soho has an amazing body. I just didn't expect that from looking at his cute face. Moving on to leedo. There's a lot of preview photos of leedo, and I don't think his face changed at all. He has always been very handsome. I love his incredible bone structure. I believe he is completely natural. Since there's not much to talk about, I will insert some of his pre-debut photos. In conclusion, I think leedo is natural. He is blessed with a good-looking face. I'm glad he didn't get pressured to fit more with the Korean beauty standard, because he is already good-looking without adhering to the standards. I love his low voice. I think he has the lowest voice in K-pop that I've ever heard so far. Moving on to Keonhee. There's a lot of funny pre-debut photos of Keonhee. I had a good laugh when I was searching for his pre-debut photos. To me, he didn't seem to change much. He has always had big eyes and wide upturned lips. The features I'm a bit unsure about is his nose. He might have done subtle rhinoplasty to make his nose more defined, but this can just be due to makeup. In conclusion, I think Keonhee is likely natural. There's a possibility that he got a subtle rhinoplasty, though I wouldn't bet my money on it. Keonhee is such an adorable and funny guy. I love how despite of his tall physique, he acts like a small puppy. He is also an amazing main vocalist along with Soho. Moving on to Hwanwoong. Hwanwoong has a lot of pre-debut photos with his friends. He seems to have always been a popular kid. He's always had an amazing tall nose and a nice bone structure. I don't see much changes to his face either. But when looking at his side profile, there's a slight change to his nose. He used to have a small bump on his nose, but now his nose looks to be straighter. He likely got the bump on his nose removed. In conclusion, I think Hwanwoong got a rhinoplasty to remove the bump on his nose. He's handsome both now and during pre-debut. He is such a charismatic main dancer with great facial expressions. I love how he isn't ashamed to do more feminine choreographies sometimes. Last but not least, we have Xion. Xion has a lot of pre-debut photos, including photos with his twin, Dongmyung. Am I the only one who finds Xion and Keonhee to look more like each other than Xion and his actual twin? Anyways, I don't see much changes to Xion's face either. He has always been handsome. I also believe that Xion may be natural. In conclusion, I think Xion is natural. He has always been blessed with good looks. No wonder he was chosen to be Oneus' visual. I love how Xion got more lines in their most recent title track. I hope this trend will continue in the future. And I find his habit of biting the members adorable. I guess this makes Oneus the most natural group that I've analyzed so far. I hope anyone watching this takes this post in a positive way and realize that plastic surgery is not a bad thing. We need to understand that K-pop idols and other celebrities have a lot of pressure to look good, and it's not a bad thing if they resort to plastic surgery, as it is demanded by society. Oneus has one of my favorite discographies in K-pop. I think they're all talented and good looking. I'm really glad they got their first win with Luna. I hope they can continue to get music show wins every single comeback. As I stated in the beginning, this is not meant for fuel to send hate towards the members. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.